would be reasonably what could people reasonably expect would happen by the end of 2030 in terms of our ability to fight cancer? Assuming like 100%, like everyone comes in, you have all the funding you need. Just as one example, like your stuff works, no matter what. What would be the result? Like, what do you think, just in general, as the field, with your stuff being successful as well, for the end of 2030s? What would people expect? Their treatments, their survival rates, everything. What, as someone who's in it, what I imagine it's a hopeful look, but what does that look?
Yeah. So, and I'd say my CSO and myself over a couple of beers have had this argument many times about what the future is for genetic medicine technology. I mean, I think the pandemic has really shone a light on genetic medicine and how it can really very quickly be applied to diseases that plague us. And really, as I mentioned before, there's really no limit to the breadth of diseases that genetic medicines can address. If we're going to move quickly, we need to streamline the regulatory process. The regulatory process, I mean, it takes a long time. It's very expensive. It's obviously based on safety as the highest bar, which is obviously very important. But there are ways to optimize. This idea of being able to use in silico models or machine learning, I think, is a great step forward. And I think if we continue down that road to optimize the time to get a medicine and the cost to get a medicine into patients and approved, I think it's really going to speed things up. My bold prediction is that within 10 years, that up to 30% of all diseases could be treated with genetic medicine. And I think it's going to rely on a lot of these efficiencies to happen in the regulatory system. But I think the really compelling aspect of having a platform technology to be able to do this is that once you decide on that first indication, you get it through the finish line and it works, you can then just switch cargoes and hit another disease, switch cargoes and hit another disease. You can use all of that, a lot of that safety data to drive the design of the next trial. And hopefully that the time, from discovery to approval